Be aware, this video may cause you to form a crippling gambling addiction. You have been warned. If you ever played a gacha game before, then you would have heard of Zenless Zone Zero, a game that is best known for its 2D waifus and gooner fanbase. I first fell in love with this game after seeing burners have more personality than all the women in my real life. This is what happens when you give the Devil May Cry combat system to the same people who swear that their games are rated for the ages of 12 to 15. The target demographic at times feels very precise. So precise actually, that booting up the game feels less like an immersive hack and slash and more like an interactive hentai exhibit. I would do my very best to sum up the entirety of this game within this video, which is nearly impossible since this is a gacha game after all. This story doesn't seem to end, and the last credit card application I made got denied. Featuring a combat system so rich and intuitive, it even puts my ADHD to shame, where your biggest enemies are maths and these epileptic slot machines of numbers flashing on your screen. But if you can survive this video, you can survive 15 seconds of this schizophrenic style gameplay. Let's get this out of the way first. Yes, this is a game for gooners. Each character has more physics to their presence than the story likes to admit. For example, Trigger here is a character I spent months saving up for, not for her style of gameplay, not for her story. Excuse me ma'am, have you heard of the... I painstakingly obtained Snapper Wolf here for the sole reason that her animations can cause earthquakes down under. I do not exaggerate when I say that every character pushes the limits of what it means to create a gacha game, with even the most questionable being one who fondles balls for fun. Oyverse has really mastered the art of turning curiosity into obsession. And for me, it was Burnus' trailer.
What are you watching?
Nothing. These character trailers are the highlight of the ZZZ community, and every one of them feels like it belongs on the front page of Hentaigasm. This game may be advertised as a free-to-play game, but you cannot forget that the very character you always so badly want is gonna be locked behind a 0.6 poo chance. And for those of you who don't know what a gacha system is, don't worry, I don't either. I just want to get the very best waifus I can. And at this point, you may be asking yourself, to me, what is even the story even about? That, my friends, is the story. Welcome to New Eridu, the last corporate city on Earth, and is clearly owned by EA. Get ready to immerse yourself in a world where its population mainly consists of 30% humans, 25% being robots, 20% furries, 15% half-Therans. This, however, raises several biological questions, and 10% of them being FBI watchlist candidates. And if you're already watching this video, you're probably already on one. With the world being so detailed and massive, every little detail here reminds you of how great life could be if VHS tapes and blockbusters still existed. Yes, I must archive these character story of Seed's feet. Meet Bell and Wise, a brother-sister duo that the fandom immediately jumped to shipping and is the reason my DeviantArt account got banned. They are a pair of illegal Twitch streamers who by day run the very last surviving blockbuster on your very friendly neighborhood Sesame Street, which has a uniquely strange cat population. By night, they turn into the legendary proxies Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, and with the help of their fairy friend, gain the superpower of Ultra Instinct Wi-Fi.
Do not redeem it!
What do you mean? You told me to redeem it.
You lolly-loving
What did you just say to me?
bastard.
Oh yeah, okay. The crime here is non-existent, and the police department here are incredibly attractive. Officer, I swear I didn't do it. This has led to many fan theories suspecting that only 95% of her are truly robotic, and the other 5%, where it truly matters, being organic. See the robot's gas parts? It'll be easy, they said. Oh, I should have listened to my mama. Goddamn clanker.
What did he say?
If you thought fighting games had the best combo mechanics, think again. Every button that you press feels like injecting pure serotonin into your brainstem, which is only limited to the trinity of destruction: a basic attack, a special attack, and just a straight up war crime. My favorite being Evelyn's ultimate, since she completes my fantasy by stripping. Yes, I know she just takes off her jacket, but I have the mindset of an 18th century man. The combat can also be described as if Bayonetta and Tekken birthed a child, then proceeded to raise it solely on Pink Monster energy drink and played the dubstep as its lullabies, then skillfully mastered dodging in this game, much like how I dodge my taxes in real life. This is a joke, by the way. This is a great reminder to everyone who plays ZZZ to take a shower. There is a reason you get picked last. Relive your childhood game of tag, where the only joy you feel from doing this is the very flashy, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, just very, very cool animations. Then get ready to step into this game's version of a domain expansion mansion. Stay too long here and you transform into an ethereal, monsters born from cosmic dread, bad life choices, and the gacha gods laughing at your poo history. Why step into the depths of New Eridu's most dangerous casino, you may ask? Because when you build a new city running on the very resources growing inside these gaping black holes, what do you even expect at this point? Chat, donate 160 polychromes and I will jump into this hollow. These black holes are home to some of ZZZ's most grotesque boss battles, and I say that as a compliment because between the constant button mashing and staring in absolute awe of the fight animations, you forget that you even have a wife and kids. The combat in this game I can only describe as the best combat system I've ever laid my hands on. You definitely know whoever designed this combat system were people who clearly hate your free time. The developers do want you to put some thought into your team composition, as each team is typically structured with a DPS, support, and a character with the most bounciest animation for moral support. However, if you're like me, just structure a team that represents the very best of ZZZ's best girls. I don't care if Jane Doe doesn't fit within my team, she's here for my moral support. And don't forget your traveling companion. It's just a cheeky way for you to fork out more money to make sure you have two of the same agents in a faction. Because yes, besides pulling for characters and W engines, which stands for winnable engines, you can also pull for these bang boo legends, the unsung heroes, the slave labor. I am almost certain that this is a secret message of the working conditions they have in China. I really hope this video doesn't bring down my social rating. These adorable little guys are this game's version of child labor and slavery, because you will see them just about everywhere. Bang boos, much like children, all of them just look very puntable to me. As you can tell by the title of this game, there is nothing zen about it. That is, if you don't count reaching my version of Nirvana, where you're surrounded by big booty PNGs. Remember, there is no such thing as sin, only happiness, and these enlarged pixels on my screen make me happy in a lot of ways. The world of ZZZ Goon Yourself to Sleep is constantly being fought over by different factions fighting for the proxy's hand in marriage. Naturally, this makes them the least important characters in their very own stories, as they get tangled up with every faction in the city, ranging from a group of off-duty idol singers who fight with the power of tax evasion and mild delinquency to an actual idol singer whose mission is to mend the honeymoon. We're going up, 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 it's our time to go. The very first of them, being the Cutting Hairs, are a team of financially irresponsible adults who are permanently in debt, just like a crypto startup that invested in NFTs. These are people who you would mostly trust with your life, yet you cannot trust them with a credit card. Led by our Victoria's Secret model Nicole, she is the perfect example of why I stayed playing this game. I also spent an unhealthy amount of time being her friend, just so I could have her as my lock screen. And I cannot forget our burger-loving queen Anby, who in her prime was a literal weapon of mass destruction. But even now, she's as reliable as ever. Along the way, you will also hire a maid service, that is, hold on a minute. Yes, I hired a maid for cleaning, not a furry convention. This faction really abuses the child labor laws. I'm very sure that Ellen should still be in school, which is the complete opposite of ZZZ's bikie gang, the Daughters of Caledon, because we do not count the only son, is where our best girl Berners lives, who by the way, I still have not and probably will not ever obtain, and for that, I'm gonna commit arson. It is also home to this beautiful shower scene, and let it be known that they had to use character models for this scene, and I demand to see it. Out there somewhere, there is an actual footage of these character models being nude in this shower scene.
Excuse me, citizen.
Ah!
I couldn't help but notice you've been engaging in unlicensed dimensional instability.
I have a permit. I'm a proxy.
Your proxy licenses covers exploration, not industrial scale resource farming. This is your 147th instance run this week.
It's for a personal project? The Obo Squad are where fun things go to die and be audited. This isn't a base. They're the IRS, but if the IRS could perform a 100-hit combo on you for trying to claim bang boos as a work expense, you would definitely be visiting this place more than once, since this is also the place where Hollow Zero is, the oldest hollow, and is probably where my dad left to go get milk. But if you think you can dodge the IRS, somehow the vast open fields of Genshin Impact didn't make it past the paywall, since exploration in this game focuses on small areas of your depression, where each area you unlock forces you to progress through the main story until you realize that there is fuck all to do here. And if you're not yet sold on by ZZZ's beautiful landscapes and beaches, then you can probably find something of value by the real backbone of New Eridu's economy. The Jade Palace is home to my favorite faction in this game. Our pool game is so bad, they had to port over Po and Tigress to be our trading partners. Master Shifu, Jishuan, I think I said that right, Jishuan, is this story's arc's version of a Giga Chad. She has the perfect balance of Jigglypuffs and an ultimate that will leave you wondering, what the fuck is even going on? Wait, what is she restoring the honeymoon? I'm not gonna lie guys, I really have no idea what's going on anymore. But you don't really care because you are more worried about if your private beach resort is up to safety standards. The season 2 of our story really takes a drastic turn, opting for more mature themes of assassination and death. It introduces the new character Orphe, who I can only describe as the lovable goat. While her gameplay style may not be the highlight of her character, it's the stumbling animation that will make me poo for her. The story, however, is pretty much just a teaser trailer for the actual characters you want to play as, because if you really want to own your very own PNG anime wife, you're gonna have to sell your soul. Beneath the avalanche of adorable cats lies the true reason this game is so addictive. The gacha system in this game was designed by people who understand human psychology better than most therapists. This game ranks their agents from A rank, S rank to male agents, which we pretend like they don't exist. And let's be honest, if you're playing this game, you ain't pulling no bitches, so you might as well poo for some digital ass. And there are some characters you definitely do not want to miss. The most broken character in this game has to be Virgil. Miyabi is that one character you must own and is the reason I ended up selling my house. Besides holding a record for the tallest ears and being part of ZZZ's version of the Avengers, and that's not an understatement, every faction that you encounter throughout the entire story comes together for a convoluted endgame-like sequence where you have to fight the big gooning hand. The big gooning hand, who the fuck gooned off too much? Unfortunately, a cool waifu can only get you so far, as the game extends your unhealthy gambling habits into the realm of grinding. Once you've selected your team of highly skilled agents, get ready for the real hunter exam. Outside of the story, the only thing that would drive you to play this game is maximizing the agents you own to the fullest level. I'm having fun, okay? I swear I am having fun. Then when you're done leveling up to the maximum of 60 years old, get ready to grind even more. Coincidentally, this is also the place we can climb the Tower of God. Don't worry though, Rachel can't hurt you here, but I can't say the same for the challenges that await you on each floor. So put on your nerve gear as you are trapped within this VR nightmare fighting the exact same bosses for the 147th time. And the cherry on top, there's an energy system, for fuck's sake. Hey guys, Toomey here yet again. How was that video? Did you guys enjoy that ZZZ video? I know it took a while. I know I take a long time to edit. This one did. This one was definitely a challenge. When I first started recording and editing this video, I realized like, oh my god, this is gonna be a really hard video to kind of edit, just because honestly with the amount of updates that are released, for example, when this video releases, it's already, I think it's up there like 2.4 or 2.5, I'm not exactly too sure. It's pretty much like all the footage I already recorded is outdated already. Even if I do record new footage, it's just a constant grind out, editing as much as I can, and with the amount of editing that I do in my videos, it's really hard to fit all that editing in between these updates. But I'm glad I got this one out. I really had to grind it out because I have exams in 2 weeks time, so yeah. So if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe to support me, because it did take me quite a while to make this video. What else? I do try to keep my outros as raw as I can for you guys. Yes, Ghost of Yotai, absolutely amazing game. If you guys haven't played it yet, please play it. I've sunk in like 40-50 hours or something like that into it. It's really amazing. I will most likely make a video on it in the future. In the summer though, I do have a few side projects I want to touch up on, mainly around anime. I think that would be a cool idea to make like some anime videos with my style of editing. But yeah, no, hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep on gooning. I'm kidding, don't goon too much guys. But yeah, have a good one guys. Bye bye.